On behalf of everyone at Los Angeles Opera, we are so excited that you will be participating in this year's secondary in-school opera production of The White Bird of Poston. As part of this production, you will be creating your own mask, which will be your costume element for the show. We are going to take you through the construction of one of these masks from start to finish, and then we will show you how to assemble the other 4 masks. You will be creating one of these masks, either the coyote, the deer, the raven, the mouse, or the owl. In addition, you will see some finished masks that have been decorated so that you will be able to get a sense of the kind of aesthetic we're trying to capture in this production. We will also show you some images of actual Native American masks to give you a broader sense of what that aesthetic entails. In this video, you can go forward, go back, stop, or use it any way that is most useful to you for clarification on how to construct your mask. Most importantly, we want this to be a representation of your personality. So you can be as elaborate or as simple as you'd like. Just be sure to relax, be creative, and have fun.
Hi, welcome to the mask making video. I'm going to show you how to make the masks one by one, starting with the coyote mask. First thing you want to do is get all your materials assembled on one surface. Here's the mask templates, the coyote head, ears, and nose. You also want to make sure you have a good pair of scissors, a stapler, and some extra staples, your mask scotch tape, and elastic for the headband. So I'll start by cutting out the coyote head. All of the heads pretty much operate the same way. You cut out the shape of the head along the black lines. Doesn't matter if you cut on the line or just slightly inside the line. Just go ahead and get that shape. And then we're going to also cut and overlay the top to give it a round shape. So this will go like this. You see that they are now cut. And if you notice right in the middle here, there's these little thin lines that look like pencil lines that are to fold the mask to get this nice crease here, which we're going to be using later. So after that's done, you're just going to pull these across and put a staple in. I like to staple upwards if possible to avoid getting the staples on the inside of the mask. So now you have a nice rounded headpiece. So the coyote nose, after you cut out around the black lines, there's some folding that needs to happen in this. You're going to fold it straight down the middle on the dotted line. It's a thin pencil looking line. You fold straight down the middle. And then there are 2 cuts you make, one in the bottom and one in the top. On the top, you're going to fold upwards like this, creating this shape, and then these fold upwards onto the mask. But before that, I want to show you the nose. The nose has a small cut and fold here. So what you're going to do is basically push these 2 together, hold them in this little box shape, and you can either tape or staple that end nose. It creates a little dog nose at the end. So that's how the nose looks assembled. So you want to carefully make sure that this is lined up right where the nose meets. This and this match up right here. And then you just staple that on as well. Staple right there. I do it symmetrically, one on either side. It helps to balance it. And then these little flaps right here, you just staple them over, and that gives it a little extra support. Now the ears, even easier. You just cut out the shape, these large ears. And at the bottom of these, there is also a cut line. There you go, it says cut. And the same thing, you're gonna fold it into, it's kind of like a round leaf or cup shape, looks like an ear. And you can either tape or staple that. And then that also gets put onto the back of the mask. And it's a little farther apart. Like that. And you can see the back. We are going to also attach elastic, but before you do that, in order to make this mask more waterproof and last longer, we've provided some Scotch tape. And I'd like you to take strips, small strips, about this big. No more than 2 or 3 inches. And just go ahead and just coat the whole inside of the mask all the way up, any place where it would be touching your head. And it takes a little while, but it goes pretty fast, and you should probably be able to tape that down and get all the edges. Make sure you get the edges. This is to keep it from melting if you sweat. This is a paper mask, so this is kind of, think of this as like you're laminating the inside. And so then after that, kind of smooth it down. It'll feel kind of plasticky, it's cool. And then you're going to add your elastic. You want to measure it, make sure, put it up at the top, right under the ears. Measure it, make sure that it is the right size for your head. And then just staple that on too. And then you can decorate your mask with markers and paper and other things like that, which can be adjusted down or up depending on what your dance moves are like.